This is a First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alert. Here is Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle.
Good evening from the First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alert Center. I'm First Warn Tri-Cities Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle. We told you we would come back on. I said good evening. I should say good morning. It is currently 1:43 a.m. and we are tracking these severe um, thunderstorm warnings that are now in effect for a good chunk now of the viewing area. So we told you when this happened, we'd come back on, and that we are. So this is when the line of storms is starting to work its way in. And the big severe thunderstorm warning is until 2:45 for most of Wise County, most of Scott County, all of Lee County, most of Hawkins, Hancock County. And a severe thunderstorm warning for the region until 2:45 for the potential of 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail in the line of storms from Cumberland, Kentucky, stretching all the way down past La Follette. But it's this part, basically Middlesboro to Cumberland, and it's going to push southeast into. We're going to see our damaging winds and our hail. Another storm that we've been watching for the past couple of hours that produced a large and extremely dangerous tornado over Somerset, potentially even into parts of Leslie County, continues to be now severe thunderstorm warned into southwest Virginia's Wise, Dickinson, and parts of Buchanan County. These storms, the Weather Service is warning on for 60 miles an hour winds. Potentially a little bit of rotation in those still. So we're watching them closely, but that rotation fairly weak. We are watching the rotation in these storms on the Kentucky-Virginia line that is pushing into Lee County and southern Wise County. We do have some broad rotation, and I'm not telling you that we're going to have a tornado. What I'm telling you is there is some broad rotation, so we're watching these storms very closely as they get ready to push in to the viewing area. We do get any tornado warnings. But again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning that includes a good chunk of real estate for basically the viewing area, for most of the western part of the viewing area here as we do continue this. So again, this is for areas. This is I-81. Okay. This is Kingsport. So severe thunderstorm warning is just to the northwest of Kingsport. And if these storms continue on their same track and with their same strength like we expect, we do believe warnings will be extended southeast into the metro. The severe thunderstorm warning is until 2:45, again for Hancock County, most of Hawkins County, into Scott County, most of Wise County, Scott County, most of Wise County, and all of Lee County. So Pennington Gap, Jonesville, Duffield, Clintford, Gate City, Hilton, Savannah, Nicholsville, Wise, Coburn, Norton, Big Stone Gap, Appalachia, Churchill, Scoresville, Rogersville, Sneedville, all in a severe thunderstorm warning for that widespread for the potential of 60-mile-an-hour wind gust in this line of severe thunderstorms that's heading south and east through the viewing area. At this current time, if we go to the velocity imagery, I am noting a couple of areas of broad circulation and where these storms might be trying to spin a little bit. I'm not telling you that we're going to see a tornado. What I am telling you is that we cannot rule out a couple of brief spin up tornadoes along the line as it continues to push southeast. So we are watching the severe thunderstorm warnings now for Hawkins County and Hancock County, Lee County, Wise County from UVA Wise south, then most of Scott County with the exception of the Washington County border there. But again, like I said, these storms continue on their path. I expect that we will continue to see warnings extended to the southeast. Are rotating. This line has multiple kinks in it that is rotating, so we'll need to watch that closely for the potential of your weather and rotation within those. I am going to take you to another source. We're going to hope it works. It worked well last coverage. It looks like it might work. And these areas where we're seeing the brighter colors, these like full greens, that's where we're seeing some rotation in these storms. So like there it goes again, looping. But like that heading toward Rose Hill and Lee County, just north of Rose Hill, we'll watch. So again, let's go because we obviously are not going to use that stream. And this is the area that's highlighting. Let me back up. this is the area it's highlighting. You can see we have those greens and reds coming together in that little um, kind of backward C shape on reflectivity and that little kink in the line. And it is rotating as it pushes into none other than Lee County, Virginia, who I think sees more tornado warnings in our viewing area than anyone. But this thing is rotating as we do have these severe thunderstorms that are pushing southeast. This is a pretty potent line of severe thunderstorms. You can see purples indicating this hail cores within this. The Weather Service in Jackson not opting to warn Harlan County. Harlan County, I treat like I'm in the severe thunderstorm warning. The Weather Service in Morristown is opting to warn Wise County, Lee County, Hawkins County, Hancock County. This is a Weather Service boundary issue. One weather service office thinks severe, one does not. I'm leaning on the severe side as we look at the velocity imagery with this, with wind speeds, and we also look at the reflectivity here. We can see that the environment that is in our atmosphere, we can see that these storms looking likely to be on the severe side. So again, we do have these severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect right now for a western part of the area. Um, so again, let's just make sure I'm not missing anything here in the video reports or anything. As of now, so again, let's see if we extend this watch. Um, I don't know if we are going to extend the watch in the Tri-Cities Metro. Now time. But it is definitely possible that they do. Let me try to look at this with the Jackson radar. Just definitely some rotation near Taylor, and then some more just north of Boone's Pass. Here, and again, these are kind of slowly pushing into Lee County and Wise County. Well, that says 50 miles an hour, but it feels like they're moving a little bit slower than that. These are pushing off to the east southeast. And again, these storms will impact before I even look at the comments. These storms will impact Bristol, they will impact Kingsport, they will impact Johnson City. So that will probably cover a lot of what I'm. But again, severe thunderstorm warnings. For Hawkins County right now, Hancock County, Lee County, Wise County, Scott County, Virginia. Those warnings mean severe weather is imminent. The warnings are not issued a lot. They're being issued in advance because we know these storms are severe and they're moving in. But we can't issue a warning right now for Kingsport and Bristol because that is a little too far in advance. A warning means it's imminent. A watch means conditions are favorable. So the severe weather is imminent now in these areas of like Gate City, Hilton, Gammon, Wise, Thornton, Dixon Gap, Huntington Gap, Jonesville, Sneedville, Rogersville, Burgoynesville, and Church Hill. And I expect that we will see some kind of watch extended in the rest of the viewing area, including the metro. Not going to tell you 100%. Oh, that is southern end of Lee County. That is rotating. We'll watch it. There is some rotation in there on the southern end. Here, and the Weather Service actually just put out an update. I will see what they say. National Weather Service in Morristown says the following. We currently have a handful of severe thunderstorm warnings for severe straight line winds, and mainly with maybe some small hail. The severe straight line winds are going to be the main risk right now, but they're continuing to watch for any misbehaving rotations that could start to spin up a possible tornado. So that's what we're watching for. The hail within this, there does look like to be a little enhanced corridor of some hail pushing into the Big Stone Gap and Appalachia area. The main risk in this, like the Weather Service said, is those strong straight line winds producing maybe 60 to 65-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And again, if we get the rotation in line, which is definitely possible, to see any possibility of a possible tornado. And we do have a couple of areas that we're watching for that right now. But the line is moving at 50 miles an hour according to the Weather Service. So what we are going to do is we're going to turn on our reflectivity. What everyone wants us to do. We're going to do this one fast. We are going to here, and here. We're going to push it east at 50 miles an hour. Track might not encompass the whole viewing area. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get as much as I can. Jonesville at about 2 a.m. So very soon, Pinckney Gap 2:05, Keokee at 2:15, Appalachia at 2:24, Church Hill around 2:30, Gate 5. What's a new update from the Weather Service? Kingsport at 2:40, D3. Johnson City around 3 o'clock in the morning. Same thing for Bristol. So these storms are pushing into the viewing area, and they are severe. So again, let's go see. We got other update. National Weather Service. They're saying not much has changed in regards to the severe storm potential. That line of strong severe storms moving into the regions in the next 12 hours. And it's moving in right now. They're talking about the supercells that produce tornadoes in Kentucky. Isolated tornadoes are going to be possible in our region, they say, due to the wind energy and that damaging straight line winds, though, are still going to be the main threat, but tornadoes are possible. And especially with if we see something, here, I'm going to hop on the wall and try to twist them. No, we're seeing these little cells form ahead of the line. If those form into supercell thunderstorms, then we would likely potentially see spin in those, and those would be our higher tornado threats if the storms ahead of the line grow. In the line, we could still see tornadoes. Those would be more brief type of tornadoes. They would not be very, they would not last for very long or be strong, but they would be, possibility would be there. I'm just shocked we don't have a tornado possible attack on this warning. There is some rotations along the state line we are watching. So just a heads up there along the into western Lee County and southern and western Wise County. There is some rotations along the line. These are brief, quick spin-up tornadoes. They can even happen in between radar scans. These rotations that are in tornadoes that happen along the leading edge of these lines. So just in case, let's just be alert. Be ready if a tornado warning's issued along the line. You're going to have to act quick. This is not like the heads up we were able to give to Leslie County and parts of Letcher County earlier. Sorry, I had to get a drink of water there. This is more of a linear threat. So if you can see with our storm mode now, turning more linear, which would be not long-lived heads up. Okay, possibility is there. But again, we do have some rotation trying to push out here south of Jonesville, and then again toward the Gap area. There is some broad rotation. We're watching these very closely, and should we need warnings, the Weather Service in Morristown has done an amazing job today issuing these warnings as they are needed. So we will watch for that, and Service is watching here. So again, we've got these storms that are pushing into the viewing area. This is our main event. If you are in Pittsburgh, Hyden, severe threats about over for all of southeast Kentucky, unless you're on the immediate Virginia, Kentucky through. This is our main line of storms. It's going to push through. It's about to push into Pennington Gap and Jonesville, Lorton and Wise. It's pushing through Clintwood and Clinch Cove right now. We do expect for this line of thunder to push through the area. As it does, we could see these damaging straight line winds throughout the entire viewing area. We have the line down to Wartburg, Tennessee, all the way up to near Grundy's. We'll continue to watch the severe thunderstorm threat through about 5 or 6 in the morning. But again, as soon as this line passes you, your severe weather threat is over. So, Pennington Gap, you'll be done in the next 30 minutes or so because the line will be passed. And that's really what it's going to depend on is when the line gets to you. So, if you were in western North Carolina, obviously the threat will be over a little later because you're on the eastern end of the area. So we just wanted to let you know of that. But this line of severe thunderstorms does have the 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts with them, potentially, and the potential of some small nickel-sized hail, um, and then the potential, what did we just got? We did. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning. Cannon County counties. This is for the Grundy area for these storms, and this goes until 2:30 in the morning. This is for damaging straight line winds of 60 miles an hour and potential quarter-sized hail there in Dickinson and parts of Buchanan County. So we'll continue to watch those storms as they push through the Flintwood, Clinch Cove, Hayside, Grundy areas. Right now, the severe threat really along the Kentucky-Virginia state line, and then going to continue to translate east at about 50 miles an hour. Weather service. That's how fast these storms are moving. So they're going to move through pretty quickly, and once they're through, once the leading edge of this line is through your area, your damaging wind, your tornado threat, all those severe weather threats are over. So here in Kingsport, this line of storms will be on your doorstep about 2:30, 2:45, and then your threat's done. So that's some good news for those folks there. Kingsport, after those storms, 3:45, 3 o'clock in the morning, they're over. So again, these storms are pushing southeast. Yes, Kingsport is in line with these severe storms. Hale and Ewing, thank you for the report there of that. So we do have confirmed reports of hail falling in these storms. There's a lot of storms here. You're going to have a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, and again, those damaging winds potentially, along with that small hail, the weather service saying up to about nickel size. Again, we cannot rule out a tornado right now, nothing super concerning, but we'll continue to watch it closely because things can change very rapidly, especially as rotation. Bulls Gap, well, you have severe storms heading your way as well. Everyone has severe storms unless you've seen these storms. Line of storms along the Kentucky-Virginia line. You have these severe storms heading your way. Definitely want to stay on guard for the next little bit. With that, another storm track. Push it east at 50 miles an hour. Rogersville or Sneedville at 210. Rogersville at 223. Segroinsville and Mooresburg at 226. Bean Station 228. Churchill 233. Morristown at 239. Gate City 240. Kingsport 245 in the morning, along with the Greenville area. Colonial Heights at 247. Spurgeon 251. Jonesboro 255. Montville, City, both about 3 o'clock. Bristol's going to be about 3. A little bit after that, the Avenue area at 321. Meadowview at 328. Damascus, trail days are going on in Damascus this weekend at 3:35. Newland, North Carolina, around 4 o'clock. So I think these storms are out of here by 5 in the morning, out of our viewing area. Bulls Gap, I would say probably about 2:45 in the morning. These storms are not going to last super long once they get to your area because they are moving at about 50 miles an hour. So they are moving at a good clip. So once they impact your area, you'll be done. They will probably only 15 seconds or 15 minutes or so, at least the severe part of it. If at these storms, the Weather Service has moving 50 miles. So again, we'll continue watch these storms, and we now have a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Weather Service is warning that this storm could produce 70-mile-an-hour winds as it's pushing areas. We warned you that we would have the potential in some localized areas of storms this tonight. We would have the potential of thunderstorm wind gusts 70 to 75 miles an hour. Right now, the Weather Service in this severe thunderstorm warning, the middle ground warning that includes most of the area, the western part of the area, they are saying the damage threat on that is considerable, the potential of 70-mile-an-hour winds. Severe thunderstorms are located along the line, extending from Pennington Gap from near Pennington Gap to near Sneedville to near Tazewell, Tennessee, moving east at 50 miles an hour. We can see 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and some nickel-sized hail. These storms coming straight into the Tri-Cities. I mean, they are on a beeline for the Tri-Cities Metro. So um, we really power outages in Dryden. Thank you for that report. That helps confirm some of these strong winds that are occurring. Johnson City. No, severe weather is heading your direction. Here probably about 3:30 in the morning. So yeah, so now this considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Hawkins County, Hancock County, Lee County, Wise County, and Scott County until 3:30. Sorry, not this one, because until 3:05. And then we will have this most likely extended to the south and east to include much of the viewing area, including Bristol, Kingsport, Johnson City could potentially be in the next warning, depending on how big the Weather Service decides to draw the warnings. And again, I cannot rule out thunderstorm winds of up to 70 miles an hour, especially in localized spots. Now, the southern warning down here is also a 70-mile-an-hour wind damage threat considered. Real quick, I do want to know, I'm in the Bristol area for our studio. If we lose power, um, we will be knocked off the air. We don't have I don't have backup or anything for that. But again, so it will knock us off the air for at least a little bit, and then I'll try to have backup for the internet up within 5 or 10 minutes of that. Again, there is the potential that we could be knocked off the air during these storms. Once they get to the Bristol area, if we see damage here. But again, the storm's producing potentially winds up to 70 miles an hour. That is going to cause some power outages and damage. And we now have a tornado watch for the Tri-Cities. They've expanded the tornado watch until 4 a.m. to include the entirety of the Tri-Cities. So let me just show you that graphically. Let's take a little bit for it to come and let me put it into here, and it will load up on your screen in just a minute. But a tornado watch now for everyone, basically. They did a local extension of the watch until and the And there it is. So it's until 4 a.m. for the Tri-Cities now. So if you want to make a post about that, then we'll get back to storm tracking real quick on our social timeline for the people that are not watching. Move on. Here's severe thunderstorm warnings. Now include the Knoxville area, it appears. We will stay with what we have going on up here. So again, these are the severe thunderstorm warnings. They're in effect for the Tri-Cities Metro, and you just saw the new watch that got posted. So tornado watch includes our area. Johnson City, you could see damaging winds, large hail, potentially isolated. Right now, the winds on these could be potentially up to 70 miles an hour. Not on the whole line, I don't think it would be 70 miles an hour, but there is a little fly spots in the sun. It's to 70 miles an hour. Power going on and off in Ewing, heavy rain and wind. It's here in the southwest part of Lee County in Southwest Virginia. Thank you for that report. We greatly appreciate it. So again, the tornado watch has been expanded to include the entirety of the area and was just canceled for southeast Kentucky. But I'm about to show you that tornado traffic again. Just know that southeast Kentucky is all clear. Their tornado watch has been canceled. Severe thunderstorm watch for Dickinson, Buchanan, and Tazewell County until 5 in the morning. Most of the rest of Southwest Virginia and all of Northeast Tennessee is in a tornado watch until 4 a.m. in the morning. So now let's go back to the radar so you can see that. We are watching this line of storms with damaging winds moving east at about, let's see, what's 27 basically, 50 miles an hour, 70-mile-an-hour winds, and equal-sized hail. It does set off that damage threat considerable tag warning, which does not set off your phone's WIA alert. I think it's got to get to the district tag to do that. That would be 80-mile-an-hour winds and greater. And these down here for Painterville, they are very, those could have winds of 70, 75 miles an hour. Storms up here in our area, probably looking warm in the 65 to 70 range in these storms. Looking to make sure we don't have anything rotating that catches my eye. As of now, we do not, but it is something that we will continue to watch over the next little bit. Let's check the Jackson radar because that normally will give us a good view when these storms are on the still over in Lee County and Wise County. There's a little bit of spin in the atmosphere, and I'm noting that, but right now I don't think it's nothing major that we need. Take shelter, go to tornado precautions for there in eastern Lee County, but we'll continue to watch it. That is an area, though, of stronger winds within the thunderstorm. So again, we are watching these storms closely as they dive east-southeast. The storm from Lebanon to St. Paul, those are non-severe. The severe storms Wise down through Pennington Gap through the western part of Sneedville, and then also the Maynardville, Tennessee area. Again, some of these storms, if I tilt you up a level of radar data, you're going to be able to see them a little better. And it's because of how the radar beam is intersecting the storms at the lowest levels. So now you're able to see the storms a little better and see why they are warned. At first on reflectivity, it didn't look like that much when I go to the lowest levels, but when I tilt it up, it does have that better look to it. all the reflected base. So again, 2:13 in the morning. I'm First Warn Tri-Cities Chief Forecaster Skylar Royal with you for the severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect for Scott County, Wise County, Lee County, Hawkins County, and Hancock County until 2:45 in the morning. Kingsport will likely be added to this severe thunderstorm warning. These storms are heading straight toward Kingsport and could have some 60 to 70 mile an hour winds with them. As long as they maintain their strength, which we expect them to do. Hilton's is in the severe thunderstorm warning. You're on the outer edge of it, 2:45. So between 2:30 and 2:45 um, for the Hilton's area. Duffield, they're about to move in right now. It advise you to be indoors. These could have strong part line to what? That's damaging winds, heavy rain, lightning. It's lightning with these potentially. So again, this is our kind of last round of severe weather. We've had a lot of severe weather over the past day here. We had round one across Virginia, Kentucky. The tornado warning for Wise County around 2 o'clock in the afternoon today. And then now we have tornadoes in eastern Kentucky. Head of the line, supercells developed head of the line. Now we have the line. So slowly but surely, we are penciling, getting ready to wrap this severe event up. In eastern Kentucky is done with the severe weather threat. We know some areas in eastern Kentucky have some really good damage, especially outside of our viewing area, but potentially even into Leslie County. Thinking about those. Severe threat will be done as soon as the line passes you. So for Hilton's, probably about 3:15. As soon as the line passes you, your severe threat is over. But we'll pop up out ahead of it. We'll pop up Shell, okay, City, Nicholasville there, along Highway. So again, we'll watch these storms very carefully. Kingsport is under a tornado watch till 4 a.m. So a watch means conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorm and tornado development. Warning means it's imminent action. But as of right now, there's no warning for Kingsport. Severe thunderstorm warning is likely for the Kingsport area here in about 15 to 30 minutes. Sullivan County, I still have Kingsport, same thing for the whole county. Abingdon area, you'll probably be next in line for a severe thunderstorm warning, and that will likely be coming here fairly soon, about 2:30. We get a new severe thunderstorm warning. A lot of real estate. Severe thunderstorm warning for Anderson, or for Jerry Green, Hancock, Hawkins, Unicoi, and Washington counties in Tennessee until 3:15. Whoa, that's a big warning. Potential of 70 mile an hour wind gusts. This line continues to advance east. So we are watching this closely. 70 mile an hour winds potentially within these storms as they head east. Greenville and Tusculum. This is heading for you. Irwin, south side of Washington County, Tennessee, south central. Limestone is now in this severe thunderstorm warning. Just south of Bailington and Williamsville, Mossheim, Wolf's Gap, St. Clair, Mooresburg, Green Station. Here we go. This is your severe thunderstorm warning. Everyone's probably going to end up getting one. But here we are. This does have the considerable damage threat tag and could have some 70 mile an hour winds. Again, does include most of Greene County besides the northern section of the county. They'll likely be added to a later warning. Include most of Unicoi County, southern Hawkins, southeast Hancock County, and then the southern part of Washington County, Tennessee, from Embryville, Washington College, Limestone, south to south central is in this. The line back over Lee County and Hancock County, northern Hancock County, is what's going to influence Johnson City, and that's when they will likely be under a warning here. This part of the line, that's not been fully extended east yet. So that happens here about 2:30, 2:45. That's when the rest of Washington County, Tennessee, or most of the rest of Washington County, Tennessee, will likely go under a severe thunderstorm warning. Not looking at imminent tornado concerns right now, but there is a tornado watch in effect for most of the viewing area until 4 a.m. The tornado watch, I do want to note, has been canceled for Southeast Kentucky. It's been updated on our group page. No more tornado watch in Southeast Kentucky. We have the severe thunderstorm watch for Buchanan, Dickinson, and Tazewell counties, and then the tornado watch for Lee, Wise, Scott, Russell, Washington counties, and the city of Versailles in Norton, Virginia, and Johnson, Carter, Unicoi, Greene, Washington, Sullivan, Hawkins, and Hancock counties in East Tennessee, all in tornado watch. So again, we're watching these storms very carefully. Damaging winds, 70-mile-an-hour winds is what these storms are being warned for at this hour, especially west of the viewing area, especially here these storms in that have pushed through the southern part of the viewing area, these in the western part of the viewing area, which are moving southeast toward the Tri-Cities. So, for the southern warning that just got issued, they're saying severe thunderstorms were along the line extending from 6 miles south of Sneedville to 10 miles northeast of Knoxville to near Oak Ridge, and those are moving east 70 miles an hour with 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts as well. So these storms are cranking out off to the east pretty quickly. So again, we're watching these storms very closely as they continue to move into the Tri-Cities. And again, we're watching just to make sure nothing rotates as well, because there is still a tornado threat. We're under a tornado watch. Johnson City probably got at least another hour, I would say. The part of the line that's going to pass you is just now entering western Scott County, Virginia, and just about to enter Hawkins County, and Tennessee. So yeah, you've still got just a little bit there. So we're continuing to watch this closely. So if I zoom out and I take off radar, this will show you just the warnings. The flash flood warnings for Leslie County and Letcher County. Thunderstorm warning for 10 more minutes for the Pound area of Wise County. Severe thunderstorm warning for 10 more minutes for Clintwood, Hayside, Grundy, there, Dixon, Buchanan counties. And then we have severe thunderstorm warnings for 24 more minutes for this considerable damage threat for Wise County, most of Scott County, most of Hawkins County, and most of Painesville County. But in the southern parts of Hawkins and Hampton County, most of central, southern, and eastern Greene County, so all of Greene County besides the northern part of the county, far southern Washington County, Tennessee, Irwin South, and Unicoi County, all in the severe thunderstorm warning for the next 54 minutes until 3:15 for the 70 miles an hour winds. And like I say, I expect we'll see a warning in this area next for the storm. So again, expect we'll see that next. Just over the next little bit. Again, probably got another hour or so, maybe not even longer though. Where these storms are moving through. As they do continue with the east, this northern part's moving at about 50 miles an hour. Southern part, the line's pushing through the southern part of our viewing area, is moving at 70 miles an hour. So these are fast movers. Lost power there in Duffield. I do believe we are going to have a power outage issue across much of the area. So make sure your phones are charged up. Lee County is reporting 1,550 people in power. Leslie County, Kentucky is reporting 764 people without power. Harlan County, 3,374. Letcher County, 1,775. Bell County, 1,366. Not having any reports in Northeast Tennessee of power outages just yet on the map. But we will be potentially seeing those here soon. We're just waiting here on these storms. continue to move into the rest of the area. So we will turn back on here our do reflectivity and show you that these strong storms continue to move east. We are going to track these off at 50 miles an hour to the east. Note that these arrival times could differ a little bit because some parts of the line are moving faster than others. Gate City, 234. Bloomingdale at 2:38. Kingsport at 2:45. Bristol a little before 3 in the morning. Abingdon around 3 in the morning. Johnson City around 3 in the morning, but it's starting. The last probably about 15 minutes, and the severe part of it will be going out of your area. Glade, Spring, and Damascus around 3:10, 3:15. Along with Mountain City, Bulls Gap 3:20. Bean Station 3:26. And then Morristown 3:35, and this will eventually push out of our western North Carolina counties, our eastern Southwest Virginia counties. That is what we're watching. Again, as of right now, we're not seeing rotation with these. We are just seeing these straight line damaging winds that could gust up to 70 miles an hour localized spots. We're likely will see gusts of 60. But the Weather Service is having these warnings marked as considerable potential 70-mile-an-hour wind. I'll be very interested to see what they do here soon. That warning expires in 20 minutes, and a downstream warning will be needed soon for the Tri-Cities Metro. So I expect that will come out very soon. And some good news, this northern warning is now just wind for sure from off the west of it. They're going to say just 60-mile-an-hour winds now, not 70. That's some good news with the radar trend on the north of this line is that the winds are down to 60 miles an hour. Could ramp back up though. So just know that just because the winds right now, wind speeds went down to 60 mile an hour, doesn't mean they like 60-mile-an-hour winds still nothing to mess with for sure. As we continue to watch this line, these in Russell County, those are non-severe. Watch it closely. Jump on something, but it's annoying. So again, watching these storms closely. As they push into the Tri-Cities Metro, they'll have threat of damaging winds, hail, and maybe an isolated tornado or two. Our highest tornado threat. As of right now, there is no rotation on radar. That does not mean the tornado threat is zero. Does not mean the tornado threat is zero. The tornado threat is still there, and a tornado watch remains in effect until 4 a.m. all of northeast Tennessee and most of southwestern Virginia, including Bristol, Kingsport, Johnson City, Abingdon, Lebanon, Gate City, Boyensville, Rogersville, Greenville. So I didn't mention your town, don't mean you're not in it, but it's just towns that was put on the couple. So, see, we should get a new warning, I would think, really soon. These storms, at least in the northern part of the warning, will be pushing out in the morning. So again, watching this closely with these severe storms. Continuing to push in to the area with wind threat being the primary threat, as we suspected. Again, cannot rule out isolated tornadoes. They are normally very brief, quick on the leading edge of the line. Right now, we don't have anything like that. Not totally out of the question. There is actually a tornado warning. But now, the weather town has issued this. Bradley, McMinn, Meggs, Monroe and Polk counties here in southeast Tennessee. If you have friends or family in the Athens, Tennessee area, the Telegraph Plains area, we have a rotating supercell thunderstorm down there. So it could be producing some damaging winds and then possibility of an isolated tornado there, a tornado warning issued for the Athens, Tennessee area. So we are continuing to watch our severe thunderstorm warnings. Um, and the strongest part of the line right now looks to be in the Gate City area. As you can see, where these brighter colors are pushing into the Gate City and Hilton's Nicholsville area there of eastern Scott County. That looks strongest line. Seeing some damaging winds and some hail. Weather Service will be soon, most likely issuing a downstream severe thunderstorm warning for far eastern Scott County uh, into probably southwest Russell County, and they just did. Severe thunderstorm warning as the big rumble of thunder hits has been issued for most of the Tri-Cities. Severe thunderstorm warning, 60-mile-an-hour winds. This is for all of Sullivan County, all of Washington County, Virginia, the rest of Washington County, Tennessee, northeast, north central Johnson, northwest Carter County, and all of. Just say it this way: if you're in the Tri-Cities, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning now for the potential of damaging straight line thunderstorm wind gusts. So again, we are now under a severe thunderstorm warning in the Tri-Cities. This goes until, let's see what time it's scheduled, 3:30 a.m. Again, we have those damaging winds. Possibly, I said those storms in Russell County went severe, what they are now. Uh, so again, a lot of people are about to be woke up by this because weather radios are going off, along with the thunder out that's pushing in. Again, we do have the Athens, Tennessee does have a tornado warning right now to the south there, viewing area, with very strong rotation. Um, Knoxville is under severe thunderstorm warning. They're just south of our viewing area. But right now we do have severe thunderstorms now pushing in to the Kingsport area over the next about 15 minutes or so. They're about to push into Gate City and Hilton's. Damaging straight line thunderstorm winds are the main threat with these storms. Um, again, so this warning does include Johnson City, does include Bristol, it does include Bluntville, it does include Kingsport, Jonesboro. It includes basically the entire Tri-Cities until 3:30 in the morning. So, so again, we're watching these storms closely as they continue to push through. We'll watch for any rotation right now, not really see. That's don't want to see rotation. Um, Immediately, this is Spirit Thunderstorm warning for the Tri-Cities. So that is what we are watching. Well, watching these storms closely here. If they do continue to push southeast, um, for that wind, I do think we do think winds, power outages are a possibility in these storms. So if your power goes out, make sure you have ways to get warning power out. And real quick, our audio is going to go off. We have to change batteries in this microphone. We've done a lot of coverage today. Our audio will go off for like 30 seconds max, and then we will be right back. Like that. Should be back, and we are. So, sorry about that. I changed batteries in the microphone. That's what happens after a long while of severe weather coverage. Yes, so we do have the severe thunderstorm warnings here continuing for the entirety of the Tri-Cities. The main middle ground warning goes into 3:30 in the morning, so we will lose here until we. But we have to stay with this, or we're going to stay with this until the danger passes here, and that the strong storms, especially from just north of Gordonsville all the way basically to the Tazewell County line, and then more pop-up storms, Bristol, Virginia. There's one here in the X7 area. There's Wallace Middle right here. John Battle High School's in this area. And then here's downtown Bristol. So those are pop-ups. That is not the main line. If you're in Bristol, Virginia with thunder, lightning, heavy rain, that is not the main line. That's not your severe weather. Severe weather's to the west, over Gate City and pushing your way. So we continue with this severe thunderstorm warning for the Tri-Cities, and we will continue to watch it. Checking things on the power images. Power outage numbers in Lee County went up. There are almost 4,000 customers without power. They're in Lee County, southwest Virginia. So yeah, power outage numbers definitely going up. Let us know if you lose power. Smith County could see some severe weather. Yeah, the lightning. I can hear the thunder here in Bristol. The lightning is definitely intense. Hilton's is about to get with that heavy rain and the wind start this system here. And we do have some rain out ahead of this in Elizabeth and Johnson City. Yeah. Very closely, but that rain is not disturbing. It's still off to your west. It's coming in. Again, I will continue. See the storm. Can't help that noise there in Russell County, in the Washington County border. That's really annoying. So again, we continue to watch these thunderstorm complexes. As yeah, so the thunder you're hearing in Abington is the non-severe storms that are in the X7, X10 area of Bristol. And then you have the severe storms that are still back in Gate City, Lebanon to Gate City to Church Hill that are still going to move in. You still got about 30 minutes before they move in. That is what you're under the warning for. Wind awful in Hilton's. Hard rain and bad wind in Church Hill. So yeah, these storms definitely producing this severe weather. And after this main line passes you, that is where the after the line passes you, you're done. So Bennington Gap, go to bed. Wise, go to bed. Brookfield, go to bed. Clintport, go to bed. Sibleyfield, go to bed. Oberon, you can go to bed. Bayside, Grundy, go to bed. Crestview, Sneedville, go to bed. Woodson, go to bed. If I didn't say Clinchport, Fryco, Fort Blackmore, Dungannon, go to Hilton's, Gate City, Churchill, Rogersville, Lebanon, Castlewood, St. Paul, Cleveland, Homeacre. Give it a little more time, and ahead of that, it's going to be just a little bit on here. So we just expired that previous severe thunderstorm warning, but they keeping the current one here in effect. Um, the possibility of these storms came into the Tri-Cities with a 60 mile an hour winds potential. And there is a tornado watch in Sullivan County. It was issued exactly probably about while we've been on the air. It was within the past 56 minutes until 4 a.m. The severe thunderstorm warning is in effect with damaging winds until 3:30. So a watch means conditions are favorable, but nothing is actually imminent. It's just watch out. Storms and the warning means that severe weather, severe thunderstorm winds are imminent. No tornado concerns right now, though. in County. Hilton's probably another 10 or so minutes, and then it should be good for you at the maximum. It'll be about 10 more minutes. You need to watch this closely, especially since this is an overnight severe weather event. Know a lot. Don't let it be overnight severe weather. I promise you, we don't like it. I do want to note just real quick, take a break from this. Um, Current weather, we had the tornado warning, really dangerous situation tornado warning earlier this evening in Leslie County. That storm really started going right before it got to Somerset, Kentucky, to London, Kentucky, and got its PDS warning for a large, violent tornado around a lot of damage there in Somerset and London. Multiple, it's now been confirmed by television station WKYT and Lexington that multiple fatalities have been confirmed in London, Kentucky, and Laurel County after the storm and the tornado damage there. So our thoughts with those there in southeast Kentucky, especially tonight, as they've been through a lot. Um, and we continue to have these storms moving southeast. Do want to note this in the area for potentially Damascus Trail Days. That's weekend. Damascus area and all of Washington County, Virginia is in a severe thunderstorm warning, the potential of 60-mile winds within this warning, and that goes 3:30. We're clean up rotation right now, so no threat as of now, no immediate threat of a tornado. Roll one out over the next off of the line. Keep an eye out for you. This long line, turn off the radar so you can just see the warning. Show you where that long line of severe thunderstorms are. And that is where we are seeing the severe thunderstorm warnings. Till 3:30. Or to get to clear the area. You need to watch it closely, and then these storms here, you'll be pushing into Washington County, Virginia now, pushing through the Kingsport area, pushing through Nicholsville. Hilton's done with it. We see the part of this storm. Kingsport, severe weather is pushing through your area as we speak. Your thunderstorm line, 10 minutes, maybe 15, and you'll be done with the threat of severe thunderstorm. Right there in Kingsport, we clear the entire area hopefully by about 4:30 in the morning, including western North Carolina. See how long these storms. The northern part of this line is weakening some, still with the 60-mile-an-hour wind threat. So Bristol, Johnson City, and Kingsport, Abingdon, moving through Kirk Hill right now. 70-mile-an-hour wind threat from Greene County, Irwin, there. So we'll continue to watch that very closely as these storms continue uh, push off to the east. Russell County, say 20 more. I'm not exactly sure where you're at in the county. I'd say 20 more minutes. Before there's nothing a tornado right now. No rotation. That would be indicative of a tornado right now. The winds are probably somewhere between 45 and 60 mile an hour on the strongest gusts. Hopefully you'll be okay in a mobile home. Um, Again, I know we have a lot of people watching from either from population centers. Very glad that you're trusting us with your severe weather information tonight. Got some more updates on the if you are in Buchanan and Buchanan County, your severe thunderstorm watch is canceled. We'll get some more all clears here. And storms continue to push in. We put through the region. This is it. If you are west of that white line, if you are back here, all clear. Handwriting on this with this mouse is not the best, but it works. Go to best. Uh, uh, Not that the line is breaking up. It's that the radar, how the radar is intersecting the storm. If you'll see, that these storms right now are basically parallel with the radar site. That's how the radar is intersecting the storm. That is the reason it looks like that line is not breaking up. Yeah, Hilton should be beginning to calm down and continue down. I could sleep there in Hilton's. Um, Meadowview, Virginia, over in eastern parts of Washington County. Um, you are in a severe thunderstorm warning until about 3:30 this morning. Potential damaging straight line wind gusts and waves nickel. Actually, they got it down to pea-sized hail now. You get some storms moving in right now that tend to have those strong straight line winds. So we continue to watch that. We have these, again, pockets, strong thunderstorms, the severe thunderstorms here. Wind potential. It's kind of, you can tell. The reason I know this line looks like it's breaking up because radar beam, in one way, I can tell it's where it is parallel to the radar beam, the radar side. Also, because you can see how this velocity and data there is also breaking up, and that would be indicative of that. That's one way you can tell because we're not getting good data from the weather service like radar site there. Yeah, Hilton's, you should be good. The severe storms pushing out as we speak. So, Hilton's Kingsport should only have about 5 or 10 more minutes to go. Um, but this will sail here through Mount Carmel, and then that's going to come through strong winds, and then you're done. And then again, these storms in Bristol. Bristol, you've not had your turn yet, but you are about to get it. Johnson City, got a little longer. You are. Well, we'll Johnson City. So Bristol, I would wait until if I was you, I would wait until the line comes. Johnson City, you'll see severe thunderstorms here in the next 30 minutes or so. But again, we have mostly strong winds here, and we'll probably fall down into rains for you. These are good severe thunderstorm warnings. Kind of doing this a little bit of informal. Yeah, Gate City, you go sleep. Sullivan County, storms are moving to the western part of the county. Now they're moving west to east of the county. So if you're over here on the east side of the county near the Johnson County border near Shady Valley, it'll be a little longer. Kingsport, give it 10 more minutes and you're good to go to bed. So that's just kind of how this was going. And again, we're doing some informal severe weather coverage here. We're not doing the wall-to-wall format like we was doing for tornado warnings earlier, kind of just answering your questions and helping with all ease during these severe thunderstorm here with it being the overnight threat. These 15-mile-an-hour wind gusts with these storms. Yeah, it's the rain ahead of the line that's happening right now in Johnson County and Mountain City. Um, that'll just be general rain, thunder, lightning, line that you'll have to watch out for. Something. There's service chat. Just gonna fix that again. Um, we've had some questions about Smith County, and we now have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Will include Smith County, Tazewell County, and outside of our area, with County. These storms near Tazewell, wow, it flared up. No, after the line passes, the severe weather threat is over Kingsport. After the line weather threat is over. 60-mile-an-hour winds, precise hail possible. Tazewell, and then also Chilhowie, Marion in this new warning there. Also gets to near Withville there, just outside of our viewing area by anyone. Wind severe thunderstorm warning, Tazewell County and Smith County goes until 3:30 in the morning. And for the 60-mile-an-hour wind, precise hail. After the line passes, the severe weather threat the evening is over, thankfully. Hopefully we can get it out of the viewing area soon enough. Everyone can go to sleep. Um, tomorrow, or if we lose power, like to emphasize that we will get our internet will go. We will actually keep the computer on. Internet will go, and we will be knocked off there. So if I'm in the middle of saying something and this live stream ends, reason why power outage, and we are not. Um, so we continue to watch this here for the Martinville and Bristol area. This part of the storm would have those 60-mile-an-hour winds. And then the Bristol. mm, let's put it on our Bristol camera. We are not. Not on here. ice storm to get to near Johnson City. That's a little blowout. I can't feel the big blow. Severe thunderstorm continues to push in. Severe thunderstorm continues to push into the region. These cameras. Then we'll stick with radar. I'm gonna pull up some cameras, but they're not what input. And watch these storms very closely. We have the severe thunderstorm warnings for the region. The southern warning is until 3:15. And one here till 3:30. There's no rotation right now. I cannot rule out an isolated tornado. Some rotation ramping up at some point. Cold. We might have some. I think it's what? South of Danbridge, Tennessee. This will not impact our viewing area, but north of Google. No rotation. We are watching the threat because we are keeping as high as we can on velocity. So we're keeping a close eye on things. If things would start to rotate, we'd let you know. If you needed to take action, now it's just damaging straight line thunderstorm winds. So the western part of Sullivan County and Kingsport is clear. That's starting to calm down in Kingsport. The eastern part of Sullivan County is not for this for weather yet. It's starting to pick up some wind signature here pushing into Greenville. Quickly, we're going to see some damaging winds in the Greenville area next few months. It's pretty strong thunderstorm wind gusts. Radar estimating winds of up to 75 miles an hour there in Greene County, pushing into the Greenville area. In Greenville, just a heads up, severe thunderstorms with significant winds of 70 to 75 miles an hour, please. Close. As this line of storms continues to push through the region, if you were west of the line, you're clear. Mendota clear, Lebanon clear, Castlewood clear, St. Paul clear, Honover clear, Richlands clear, all of Lee, Wise, Dickinson, Buchanan, Scott County, Virginia, Russell County, Virginia clear. Churchill, Grownsville, Rogersville clear. Far Eastern Hawkins County still need to wait a few minutes. New severe thunderstorm warnings just issued for Yancey County in western North Carolina for 60 minutes. Specifically Yancey County. The area moving out of Greenville, which actually cuts 50 mile winds. Huntington's about to see these heavy rains and severe thunderstorms, potential of damaging straight line winds. Potential is there for 60 plus mile an hour winds in localized spots. Not everyone is obviously going to see 60+ mile an hour winds. Some will. So we'll continue to watch it. Again, watching the storm that that is. We're looking at some hail here in Dandridge and Sevierville. We got the wind that I'm most concerned about here in Greene County. That's the tornado watch. No longer. All right. So first off, so severe thunderstorm warning updates. Hawkins County, Scott County, up to severe thunderstorm warning. Uh, so Hancock County, Lee County, Russell County, Smith County, Weiss County. Out. Okay. Remove here soon. That's this is great. Very significant winds in Greenville, up to 60 to 70 miles an hour. We do have a little bit of rotation on the north side of Greenville that we'll be trying to wrap up. So just heads up to Tusculum. Not saying that it's very broad. Um, no matter what, in Greenville, we have the potential of very strong winds pushing through Greenville and Tusculum at 70 miles an hour. And that is pushing toward south central and Unicoi County. While downtown Bristol right now is getting humbled with heavy rain, potential for strong thunderstorm wind gusts, and maybe some small hail here. Strongest winds right now is definitely in the Greenville, Tusculum area. We now have a confirmed report of 52 miles winds. From our partners at East Tennessee Weather Network. But we have the radar indicating over Sunnyside, Tusculum Heights, Tusculum Place, Alexander Mill, going toward Chestnut Ridge, potential of even stronger thunderstorm winds of up to 70, 75 miles an hour. So if you were in Bristol, as soon as the line passes, you're good to go to sleep. Kingsport, all clear. Bluntville, give it about 10 more minutes. Still watching for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Greene County, uh, southern Washington County, Tennessee, over into Unicoi County. There, a storm near Greenville. That's the thunderstorm remains in effect until 3:15 a.m. So for another 15 minutes. Bristol, you have the strongest part pushing through right now. We have very strong winds I'm hearing pushing through the Greene County area. We figured that wind signature radar. I'm most concerned about damaging winds and power outages, pushing right into Camp Creek, Chestnut Ridge, Horse Creek, South Central. Oh, and it's definitely got strong winds. Bristol right now, I-81, this is the X5 area right here. This is exit 7. The strongest part of the storm pushing through exit 5 and exit 7 right now. Power outage in the Greene County area. Continue have this storm here now. Strongest part in Bristol, pushing towards John Battle High School. All kind of this area pretty well. So the strongest part of the storm in Bristol, heavy rain with gustier of winds. This is I-81 right here. John Battle High School's right here. Sugar Hollow Junction, Wallace here. If I zoom out, sorry, zoom in for just a second. This is exit 10 of I-81. 10 is right here. And then, so this is the area there where they're doing road work, exit 7 to exit 10 in Bristol, just pushing through the northeast part of the city of Bristol, Virginia, and pushing into Washington County. So it's pushing into the county now, head basically up the 81 corridor, where the Virginia Highlands Airport, Virginia Highlands Community College, toward Abingdon. Then you have this part towards Cedar Grove that's kind of pushing east, and this will push towards Cedar Grove here. And then we have this cell and very heavy rain right now. I mean, very heavy. Then we have this Greenville part here that is very strong winds there along State Route 107 here at Camp Creek. Again, those strong winds now pushing into Chestnut Ridge, pushing into Horse Creek, also push into South Central. Then that will push into southern Unicoi County. Our wind down to Flag Pond there along Interstate 26. Be aware the potential for damaging straight line wind gusts. And then Johnson City, you're going to have these storms pushing in here. Some of these storms could produce some strong winds for you there. And then the storms in Greenville will eventually cross into western North Carolina. Severe thunderstorm warning for much of Yancey County, including Burnsville. That sounds like very strong winds inside. And that warning there in western North Carolina. So we got a lot of severe weather that is currently ongoing. Lebanon is safe. You're good. A lot of questions. Kingsport's good. Blumpville is good. Abingdon, wait just a few more minutes. Abingdon should be good here in the next 15 minutes or so. We got a new warning. Lebanon's good. No, storms are over for Duffield. Well, any severe weather threats over for Duffield. Meadowview, got severe storms pushing into the area over the next 10 to 15 minutes. You're in a severe thunderstorm warning till 3:30. Storm pushing to the east side of Bristol into Abingdon now. We're going to be pushing your way. Greene County area now is the area of most concern with the wind. Again, they're along State Route 107 from South Central to Tusculum there. In any warnings yet, but you might be here soon. Greenville, just a windstorm. It's pushing off the east. It's been about 5-10 more minutes. You'll be safe. So, all clear. As these storms are pushing into Unicoi County, Washington County, and eastern parts of Greene County. And storms pushed through downtown Bristol, so downtown Bristol is good. Storms are moving at about 50 miles, 45 to 50 miles an hour. Um, we do actually have observed reports of trees down across the area, according to the National Weather Service. So you got storms in Damascus to Lake Spring right now, and the ones that are warned here near the Bristol area. South Holston Lake, I want to wait about 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes, because that's going to be anyway. The storms are moving through right now and over the next few minutes. Just checking here. Severe thunderstorm warning does continue. Tazewell counties until 3:30. Go back over here to radar. It's mainly a Smith County and Bliss County issue now. Tazewell County all clear. This and then eventually we'll push into Grayson County. I can warn you, Grayson County here soon. Watch those storms ever so closely. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued, and this will basically cover the rest of the region, I think. I see what this is for. Okay, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Greene County, parts of Unicoi County, Washington County, Tennessee, because we're about to have the warning expire. Here in Greene County in the next 5 minutes. They're going to let that expire, and they issued a new one to replace it. Eastern Greene County, Southern Unicoi County, and far Southern Washington County, Tennessee. A new strong thunderstorm alert has been issued for all of Johnson County, all of Carter County, and most of Unicoi County that's not in the new severe thunderstorm warning. Tells me we're slowly going to lose these severe thunderstorm warnings as we near the North Carolina border. Kind of as expected. The enhanced risk, 3 out of 5 risk was northwest of I-81, slight risk southeast of I-81. As you went into western North Carolina, it went down to a marginal risk. The storms are weakening as they push out of the metro. It did stay strong to severe, at least the Tri-Cities metro. So again, these storms continue to push southeast, and are likely not going to see warnings for Carter County and Johnson County, in northern Unicoi County. And we are likely to see warnings expire soon for Tri-Cities Metro. So that's some good news, but there are still pockets, strong gusty winds in this part heading for Jonesboro and Johnson City. And those pockets of wind could contain gusts up to 60 miles an hour. That's why the severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect for those areas. Blountville, all clear. Sleep. Oswald, Virginia, all clear. Johnson City, yep, severe thunderstorm moving in. Hampton, you have a strong thunderstorm alert for potential wind gusts of 50 miles an hour with storms as they come through. Blountville is fine. Blountville, all clear from the severe weather. Yeah, a lot of power outage being reported in Greene County. That's where we were highlighting the higher threat of winds. Heavy rain in Mountain City is that's not the main severe part for Johnson County, and it's not going to be severe. It's going to just be strong thunderstorms. They're not going to issue a warning list like Kingsport. All clear, you can go to Mountain City, 50 miles an hour. Here's Benhams is good. You got some rain, thunder, lightning. Severe threat is over. And once the line passes you, your severe threat is over. Once you're out of that leading edge, because that's where the the weather is in the lioness, the leading edge. So these warnings are going to be shaved off, and we should hopefully start to get all clears here over the next few months. Even more all clears than what I've been able to give. But I think by 3:30 we'll be able to go off the air. Like getting these formed out, Johnson City. But the winds look to be decreasing. There are still some pockets of strong winds pushing into Jonesboro, Johnson City. For the Abingdon area, got some heavy rain right now with some thunder, lightning, and maybe some brief gusty winds. I don't really know if the winds in Abingdon are reaching severe criteria, 45, 50 miles an hour. As soon as this moves through, though, your severe threat is over in about 10 to 15 minutes. Um, Start moving into Shady Valley. That's great. Now about we can do a check on the Gatlinburg area, just outside of our coverage area, Gatlinburg. Warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds until 3:45 in the morning. Storms near the Spearville and Pigeon Forge area, pushing toward Gatlinburg. Gentle for strong gusty winds. And we'll have to have one of these warnings go off. It'll help with some of the overlap that we have, and I think we can kind of do a here's who's all clear, who's not. Just waiting. Okay, so let's do a who's all clear, who's not. Northwest of Interstate 81 is all clear. You are Interstate 81, northwest, go to bed. Damascus, wait a few more minutes. Abingdon, you're fine. If you are northwest of the white line, all clear. I know you technically might be a warning. That will be canceled. So, all clear northwest of the white line. Johnson City, we're still going to have these storms moving through with gusty winds, some potentially reaching 50 to 60 miles an hour. The main threat of severe weather is right along the North Carolina border in Unicoi County and Greene County, where our main threat of severe thunderstorm wind. We can't rule out severe thunderstorm winds elsewhere, but that's southeast of the white line. But for now, looks like Brett is winding. Strong winds through Embryville, pushing toward Irvine. So, I think what we are gonna do, make me off there. I like to have the severe thunderstorm warning expire. Well, I think to be able to. So again, the widespread severe weather threat is coming to an end. Basically, our Tennessee, North Carolina border counties that now are the worry. Yeah, the wind's starting to hit in Hampton. So major rain. So the storms are starting to push into Elizabethton, Irwin, Unicoi, Embryville, Johnson City, Hampton, Valley Forge. And these are pushing east. And these are pushing east at 45, 50 miles an hour, and they're pushing out into North Carolina. We technically cover here a row of counties in North Carolina: Asheville, Watauga, Avery, Middle Yancey. Yes, you have a lot of thunder, you have a lot of lightning, you have some rain and storming pretty good with the thunder and lightning. There is no more threat of severe weather in the Benhams area. No more threat of severe weather. Thunder, lightning, yes. For a storm to be severe, it has to have winds of 58 miles an hour or greater. Quarter size hail, which is 1 inch in diameter or greater. Or we just don't have that. Films area for the rest of the night. Storm line is past you. Yeah, Jonesboro, you've got a few more minutes left. This is kind of the last hurrah here for Jonesboro. Like I said, that's pushing into Carter County. Brooksville, Virginia, all clear. Thunder, lightning, some rain, no severe weather. This in Greenville, Spartan, going to issue a strong thunderstorm alert. Avery County, which they are saying that 50-mile-an-hour winds, Peace Hill will be possible through 4 a.m. Jonesboro, wait a few more minutes. Give it the last little bit of storminess moving through right now. Here in the Jonesboro area. But for the most part, yes, you're about to be able to. So most of the area, Damascus, the last little bit's moving through as we speak. About 5 more minutes, it'll be all clear. A lot of that pushing into Johnson County, Tennessee, Mason County, Virginia. Within strong thunderstorms. Technically not severe. They are strong. We have some wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour, maybe 50, even 55 miles an hour. Should stay below the 58-mile-an-hour criteria for severe thunderstorm warning. A lot of heavy rain, thunder, lightning. Even behind the severe storm threat, you're going to have thunder, lightning, and rain. You're not going to have a severe wind, a severe wind threat, or any of those things that are associated with severe weather. Yeah, Mountain City's getting hit by the severe thunderstorms now. I mean, I'm behind this line, and I'm still hearing like crazy. So, yeah, you're going to hear thunder, lightning for a while. That's this whole thing continues. But no severe weather. Sure. Yes. We are getting a gush of fear. Storm predictions there. This is moves off to the east there. Yeah, Elizabeth, and you're getting storms now, and then after these move through, and you're looking at maybe some winds up to 50 miles an hour with these heavy rains, lots of thunder, lots of lightning. But the main severe threat about to be over there in about 10 to 15 minutes. Let's talk about issuing a severe thunderstorm watch into western North Carolina. I do believe that's what's being talked about. We look here at this latest discussion. Yeah, so they're talking about with storms as they're pushing east into the mountains. Possibility of a severe thunderstorm watch for the parts of western North Carolina and southern Virginia. So areas that have not already been in watch today, like I mean Smith County would be in a point now. Your severe threat is winding down. I really think everyone in our viewing area is winding down. But yeah, Smith County, all clear. All clear for Smith County. So, and storms are moving through Grayson and Ashe County right now. Push out of Johnson and Carter County into Watauga, Overy, Mitchell, and Yancey counties. then we'll be out of our viewing area. And any last bit of severe weather will be there in the Tennessee, North Carolina border counties and Tennessee County and West Virginia. So the severe thunderstorm warning for the Tri-Cities is going to be allowed to expire in 7 minutes, most likely. Abingdon, yeah, all clear, go to bed. Abingdon's all good. So most of the region now finally getting out of the severe weather threat, with the exception of our western North Carolina counties, Grayson County, Virginia, and our Tennessee counties that are right along the Tennessee, North Carolina border. They're like you're on the Tennessee, North Carolina state line. The rest of us, the severe threat is basically over. We're still going to hear for the next little bit some heavier rainfall potentially, some thunder, some lightning. It's going to be loud. It could be loud thunder. It could make you think, it's storming pretty good. But severe weather-wise, 58-mile-an-hour winds or greater. Inch in diameter hail or larger, or a tornado. That's not going to happen outside of those few areas. But I just mentioned the threat is not over for. And again, technically, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for much of the Tri-Cities for 3:30. That's going to be allowed to expire, and I'm shocked it's not already been canceled. So, what we're going to do, a lot of people have given the all clear, they went to bed. We're along the immediate Tennessee, North Carolina border on the Tennessee side. As soon as this line passes you, as soon as this area of storms passes you, the heavy part of them, you're clear. And then western North Carolina, same thing. As soon as the heavy part of the storm passes you, you're clear. We are going to go off the live stream. We are confident enough we can do that. But technically, want to watch these storms just in anything happens with these. We will watch. But as of right now, I think we are good to go off the air. So that is, yeah. So we are going to go off the air. For the most part, most of our area is severe free. Most is severe free, with the exception of the Tennessee and North Carolina border counties. And Tennessee side will be clear within the next 15 to 30 minutes. North Carolina side clear, non-friendly north. So we'll continue to watch things closely. Should in our North Carolina counties, we would come back on the air. Again, there is some trees down across the region. If you have to be out traveling early this morning, be mindful there is going to be some trees down from these damaging wind gusts that have moved through the region. They're already getting reports of that through the Weather Service chat room. So again, just make sure that you stay weather aware, especially western North Carolina. But again, I think severe threat winding down for everyone. Even western North Carolina, your threat is low through the rest of the night. We'll continue to watch storms closely. If we need to come back for western North Carolina, we will. I don't think that's going to be necessary. Again, if you have to be out this morning, early this morning, watch out for the potential down trees. We'll continue to keep you updated here on Post when the severe threat is clear for the area. For now, we are going to go off the air. Thanks for joining us for the Search Warren Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alert. Thanks for trusting us with your coverage. Those in Eastern Kentucky especially have our thoughts after what they've went through here in this severe weather event, especially those in Somerset and London, and even those in Leslie County, because we know you all have that PDS tornado warning as well. So we will go off the air. We'll be back though if needed. But for our entire First Warren Tri-Cities team, I'm First Warren Tri-Cities Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle. Have a great night.